This episode is brought to you by BETR Picks. Right now, new users get a free $10 and up to $200 bonus on your first deposit. Just use code BENCH, that's BENCHD, or hit the link in the description below to claim it now. Hey-o! What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Bench Podcast. Joey here, Terrell there, recapping week number 9 of the NFL season, officially halfway through, pending Monday Night Football game. Terrell, how you doing, my friend?
Feeling good, baby. Dodgers won.
Yes, sir. I see that ad, son.
Amps.
Back
yes,
to back.
Sir.
Let's ruin baseball, baby.
Baseball. You know, I hate that. I hate that take.
It's so weak.
We ruin baseball is ridiculous. We are bringing baseball back. We need. Yeah. This is my thing with baseball is with the MLB is there's a new champion every year, which is ridiculous. It's almost like every franchise is like, when is it our turn? Now there's a dynasty.
Yeah,
people have a team to hate. I love it. You need that in sports.
Oh yeah, for sure. And to me, let's ruin baseball is the same as let's ban the tush push. It's kind of the same thing.
Well, you know,
let's not get all right. Let's not get too far off. Recapping number 9. We're halfway through the season, man, which is kind of wild to think about. It was an interesting day of football, man. A lot of high scores, a lot of big time performances. The Colts finally went down after quite the run after that Rams loss. They looked human once again. A lot just went down. On my mind right now, we're recording on Sunday night. Jaden Daniels just got his arm snapped in half in the game while they're down 5 or 6 touchdowns or whatever. We'll talk about that as well, along with so many other things that happened in week number 9. Do want to mention this episode is brought to you by BETR Picks. Use our code BNCHD and you get a free $10 to use. Monday Night Football.
Jeez.
Grab $10 and go put it on something for Monday Night Football. Win some money for free, up to $200 bonus. Use that code. Click the link in the description below. If you're watching on YouTube for the first time, welcome to the channel. Please please subscribe. It helps the video if you like it, if you comment, whatever it is, just helps the video get pushed out. And it's a small way to help us out here on the channel. Thanks to all the new subscribers over the last couple of weeks, as we're now in the halfway point. Usually we get that rush of subscribers coming in for the new season. And so welcome to all you guys. And then, of course, all of our day one guys, as we're in season number 3 of the Bench Podcast. If you're listening on any of the audio platforms, thanks for joining us there as well. And of course, follow us on social media at Bench Show on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. A lot of stuff going up there, a lot of arguments going up there. I got a lot of flack, Terrell, for my top 10 this week. Listen, man, it's the toughest year ever to make a top 10 because everyone's beating everyone.
Yeah, everyone's beating everyone. Everybody thinks nobody's for real. Nobody thinks the Colts are for real. Nobody thinks nobody's shows any respect to Denver. Apparently, everybody is just riding the Chiefs for the last 4 weeks. So
it's a tough year to do top 10s. But I'll keep putting them out, and I think I got vindicated a little bit this week. Can't wait to get to it again. Releasing that on Wednesday of this week. But let's get into this week 9 recap. Let's start with the Bears and Bengals. Terrell, high scoring game. I'm doing quick math here. 89 points scored in this Bears and Bengals game. Joe Flacco, 470 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Monster performances, but not to be outdone. Kyle Monangai, big day. T. Higgins, big day. Jamar Chase, big day. A lot of big numbers put up in this game. Bears pull this one out. Back and forth game there at the end. Really, it was a lot of fun this game. But they pull this one out, moved to 5-3. Bengals now to 3-6. Takeaways.
I mean, you feel for the Bengals. Like going to get Joe Flacco was a huge pickup,
right?
And they've come up just short the last 2 weeks in these crazy shootouts. If their defense could do anything, just a little bit against the Jets, the Bears, like 2 offenses that coming into the week, like the Bears offense looked atrocious against Baltimore. The Jets offense looked awful against the Cowboys the week before. And then they're coming in against the Bengals and just lighting both of them up, especially in the fourth quarter of these games. So if they could just do a little bit, like we're talking about the Bengals being at 500, with the potential of Joe Burrow coming back, making a possible late run. But shout out to Caleb Williams. He's making plays. He's looking a little
Better.
more poised. He's looking a little
Yeah,
bit more calm,
for sure.
making the right reads. He used his legs a lot in the first half. So,
Yep.
good. It was a good test for Caleb Williams taking that jump. Like, okay, he's not complete bust because he's moving further from bust.
Right.
I can't say he's number one pick worthy right now, but no, he's moving further away from that bust window. And I mean, don't look now. The Bears are 5-3 in
I
that
got some
division.
questions for you here.
Yeah.
One for each team. Are the Bengals a sell team here at the deadline?
You got to. At this point, they missed their shot. Like, especially in the AFC, it's getting teams are pulling away. The Colts are 7-2, the Patriots 7-2, Broncos 7-2, and then you got the other Chargers, Chiefs, other teams. They'd have to win that division in order to get a shot. I don't think they're a wild card team. So at that point, you got to sell. Yeah, you got to sell. I think it's Hendrickson, Higgins. Those are guys you got to look at moving. I think
Right.
Chase isn't going anywhere, but I think you can get quite a bit for Higgins right now, and Hendrickson's too. So yeah, those are sellers.
And with the Bears, we're seeing here a little bit of a trend. Today, 283 yards rushing. That's the most for a Bears team since 1984. Have the Bears kind of found their identity here? Are they that rushing team just like the Lions were? We see a lot of those comparisons. Is this their identity? Is this what's best for Caleb Williams?
Yeah, I mean, you got to take it off his plate. Like you can't have him be this running around, making him throw the ball. He can't throw the ball 50 times a game. Like that's not, and you expect him to not turn the ball over or just have these terrible sacks. So I think they got to run the football. I'm not sold on them. Like,
I'm not there yet either.
Yeah, Baltimore took it to them. I can't really put too much in this game. Like I think they were going to win it even without Colston Loveland breaking 9 tackles to score the winning touchdown. It was definitely one of those Madden glitches.
That was wild.
But
that was wild.
Even then, even with the catch, they're in field goal range. They'd still win that game. But I'm not really sold on them in a shootout. Their defense gave up almost 600 yards today. Like that's you can't do that. 600 yards in an NFL game, like that's crazy. So I'm not really buying the Bears doing much this year. They're not a playoff team.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they're not there yet. That defense has really regressed since what it was last year with pretty much the same players. I think even added a couple players. And then my hands up with Joe Flacco. I was dead wrong about what he was going to bring. I thought he had nothing left in the tank. I thought there's no way he was going to salvage this Bengals offense, but he proved me wrong. 41 years old to be doing this is amazing, especially from after what we've seen from him in the last couple of years. Just nothing like this. So props to him.
Kudos to the Bears. Good win. Yeah.
Vikings moved to 4-4 after beating the Lions 27-24. Lions now at 5-3. Big defensive game, but JJ McCarthy returns 2 touchdowns, sacked 5 times. That's not great. But the Vikings defense held the Lions under 30 points for the first time in a couple of weeks there. And the Vikings run away with this one. Kind of a surprise for me, Terrell. JJ McCarthy coming back. Maybe he actually was hurt. Maybe it wasn't a soft benching. Maybe they didn't prefer Carson Wentz. Maybe he really just was hurt because he looked pretty good today.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was watching this game. I was like, JJ's kind of nice. I mean, that first touchdown throw to Jefferson in the first quarter, I was like, okay, a little dime there. And no, I mean, he was picking apart Hawkinson. Hawkinson was good. He got a lot of balls to him too. So I mean, it was definitely JJ using his legs too. So I don't know. It was a tough one too because it's his first game back in a while, but again, it's a division opponent.
Right.
You just don't have enough. Is he one of those? We don't have enough tape on him type of games. That's kind of what I was feeling was we just didn't have enough tape on him. I just don't know what to do with the Vikings. Like,
yeah. I think it's divisional games. I don't think I learned much about the Lions today. I think it's a divisional game. They lost. I think they're still one of the best teams in the NFL. they just lost a division opponent and they got outplayed today. But I think they're still really, really good and going to be in there at the end of the day. But I think I learned a little more of the Vikings today, what their ceiling could be. They can still get to this point where they're beating a team like the Lions. Can they be consistent? Which we've seen Jason McCarthy already in the few starts that we've seen him look incredible at times. Remember that week 1 fourth quarter performance, and then the next 2 weeks not being able to move the offense. And so what kind of consistency are we going to get from Jason McCarthy? A big deal that I brought up before is the Vikings' inability to run the ball. Today they ran the ball. Today they're able to run the ball with Aaron Jones. And does that keep up? Because I don't think Jason McCarthy is going to be playing like this if they're not running the ball and it's all on him.
Yeah, no, I think you gotta you're definitely gonna have to run the football. You can't have JJ McCarthy trying to sling the ball around the field. This division is the weirdest division in the NFL. Yeah. Like we'll get to the Packers too, but we're just talking about the Bears, and we got these two teams here. I don't even know what to do with this. Like, I mean, there's a lot of plays in here. The blocked field goal was huge. But I mean, we saw how Detroit got smacked around by Green Bay in week 1. We saw them again. We're dropping a game to Minnesota. So I don't know where to put them as far as contenders go.
Right.
I don't really take Detroit serious. Like they're fine. They might be. I mean, we saw what the Chiefs did to these guys too. The Chiefs took it to Detroit.
Yeah.
They're a wild card, and then of course the playoffs last year we saw the Commanders just roll in there and just steamroll them. So I don't, and that's with Ben Johnson and everybody in towns, and now everybody's out. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do with Minnesota. This division's a weird one. I don't think there's a real contender at all in this division.
Really? Wow. I would disagree with that. I think the Lions are for sure a contender. I think at their best they can contend. And I think this is just what this year is. There's no clear cut. All right, these are the front runners. We've seen the Bills go down. We've seen the Eagles go down to the Giants and the Broncos. We've seen a lot of great teams lose very surprising games just like this today. I think there's just a whole group of teams that, hey, if you catch them on the right Sunday, they're winning the Super Bowl. And how consistent can they be in the playoffs? How consistent can they get? Can they get in the roll when the playoffs come around? I think it's gonna be a hot, who's healthy. I think that's what it's gonna be this year.
No, yeah, hot and healthy. That's a good point there with this one because you're talking about consistency, and I don't see that with Detroit. No. I don't see that with them at all. That's right. I don't see that with any team in the NFC North. Is consistency. Like you're up and down with a lot of these teams. So that's what I'm saying. I don't see a consistent contender. I mean, we look at the teams in the AFC that are at the top, and we're like, okay, when are they going to fall off? But those teams are consistently they're putting together win streaks. Mm-hmm. So I'm not seeing the same thing with these teams. So I don't know.
Speaking of win streaks, Packers here snap a little win streak. They go to 5-2-1, lose to the Panthers, 16-13. Panthers now at 5-4, game over 500. Terrell and Packers 5-2-1. Like I said, listen, I don't believe in the Packers, man. I've said it. No. I got killed in my top 10 ranking things for not having them, in the number 1 through 3 spot, just because technically they were the NFC leader, number 1 seed. It's just tied. Yeah. Listen, man, they lost so far this year, lost to the Panthers, lost to the Browns, haven't really beat anyone else great except the Lions over 2 months ago now.
Yeah, that's what I've been getting at the whole time. Like, that was the one team. Everybody's in the comment section going off like, oh, the Packers are number way. How could you not be in the Packers? Not be in the Packers. The Packers are they're. If you would have told me the Packers, if you would have looked at the Jaguars and said that's the Packers, I would have said, oh yeah, that's great. Like the Jaguars and Packers are the same team.
Yeah.
What are you? You're losing to Carolina. You're letting Rico Dowdle just carve you up and down the field. Again, a loss to the Browns, a tie to the Cowboys. This team very much can be is they're really a below 500 team. Like
give me the Lions for sure. I think they're much closer to the Bears and the other Lions. We'll see what the Vikings end up turning to. I want to narrow in on Jordan Love because Jordan Love gets that Justin Herbert treatment where we just don't talk about him. Jordan Love today, the offense today, 0 for 11 on third downs. good quarterbacks. That's a lot of times how you could decipher good quarterbacks on good days is red zone and third downs. And Jordan Love, to me, is starting to turn into, dare I say it, a little bit of a Trevor Lawrence. Like when is he going to be good again? I was in a chat after the game, a Packers chat. I dropped in just to see how Packer fans were feeling, and got in an argument with a couple Packer fans about, yeah, Jordan Love's right there on the cusp of being elite. How long is he on the cusp? It's been
elite.
Years.
What?
It's been years.
Elite at what? Elite, like he is one of the top mid players. And we were looking when we were breaking down who are the mid quarterbacks. He might be the leader in the clubhouse on that.
Yeah,
I don't know what like he's too inconsistent. He's not winning you games. Like, right. I'm sorry, like it's Josh Jacobs, who's going to be the consistent, who's consistent. It's the other players. I don't see him making that. He doesn't make that receiving core look good at all. Like we're still talking about like Green Bay doesn't have receivers. Green Bay doesn't have receivers. I don't know. I think a few of these receivers could be ones on other like legit ones or solid twos on other rosters.
Yeah,
but he's making them look like a bunch of threes out there. I don't.
Yep.
I'm not like you said.
I think that's a great point. I think we need to start looking like we keep throwing first and second round receivers at this guy and blaming them receivers for not coming through. Maybe it's the quarterback. Maybe it's the quarterback, man. I mean, what else does he need?
I mean, we saw that. You mentioned Trevor Lawrence. We saw this we see this with Brian Thomas. With Mac Jones, Brian Thomas. Oh, he's a stud. With Trevor Lawrence, we didn't get rid of this guy. Trade him. I mean, yes, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson. Of course, Matt Golden too. Like they've got guys who can be, ones and two. I think you put. We were talking about even DK going to them in the offseason. Like you would make DK look like a 3.
He probably would. And that's just the receiver core. Not to mention, they've spent big money on this O-line. They went out and got Micah Parsons. They have a great they have a great defense year after year, great defensive coordinator. This guy's been given everything, and he hasn't put it together yet. And I'm sick of giving him a pass. Like I'm kind of over it.
I'm done with Green Bay. Green Bay's they're fine. I think they squeak into the playoffs.
Yeah.
They might win the division because this division is very inconsistent.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, they're still right there with Detroit, at the top of the division, but Minnesota's right there too. And Chicago, they're all bunched up, and they're just a big pile of mid in this division. So I don't know.
So this is why they weren't top 3 in my top 10 guys. So please stop.
And they need to be at the bottom.
Panthers, real quick, 5-4 now. I think better than we thought. Probably are better than we think. Rico Dowdle, he's arrived, 25 carries, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, taking over the starting spot here. Bryce Young, good, not great. Defense played really well, and I think it's a nice building year for the Panthers. Where are you? Let's just really quick heat check on Bryce Young. Year 3?
Year 3 of Bryce Young. He's fine. He's okay. I think he's getting closer to. Might be surpassing Jordan Love here soon. As at the top of the mid, but there's a lot of easy throws that he can make, or he should be making in year 3. Still struggling to hit guys, hit the outs.
Right.
But there's definitely some balls that you're just like, where are you going with this? So there's a lot of missed turnovers that that he's catching some breaks on. Carolina, they are in a negative way. They are like Detroit a couple years ago. They are a trap. They're a trap game every week for every opponent they play. They're a walking trap.
Yeah.
But they're just not like how Detroit on the come up. Like we're not.
Yeah.
This team isn't gonna. They're not turning a corner and becoming a trap for everybody. They're just like, oh, it's Carolina. We should come away with this. And they don't suck completely, but you shouldn't. If you're playing your A game, you should beat them by 30.
Yeah, and the second you start to believe, like, oh, they're turning it around, like they'll get boat raced by the Saints or something.
Yeah.
Let's move on here. Titans move to 6-3. They take care of the Titans. Titans at 1-8 now. Titans pretty much are what they are. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Chargers, though, just barely eke this one out. Yep. Justin Herbert just does just enough here with 301 yards, 2 touchdowns. Big one here though. Joe Alt goes down again. Another sprained ankle. I've heard that might need surgery on this one, and so that's a big deal. Joe Alt this year, 0 sacks allowed, so a big deal for that offensive line. We saw the running game crash when he went out last time. We saw Justin Herbert crash. Kind of the whole offense here go down last time. They lost him and the other tackle, I think, Rashawn Slater. And so this is a big deal. I want to see how they are moving forward without that. But they win a game they're supposed to win. 6-3 is a nice record for them moving forward. I think I've definitely cooled off on them from what I was at the beginning of the year. I really thought they were coming on and cementing themselves as one of the better teams in the AFC. But I think they're kind of in that in that tier with, kind of the, I don't know, like the AFC version of the Packers. like I don't know, maybe a little better than that.
No, I mean they injuries have killed this team.
Yeah, I think that's the difference.
You have no Najee, you have no. I mean, you're when you're down to Kamani Vidal,
right.
In your backfield, that's tough because that was their identity. Was Hampton, was Najee. Like they were going to be a ground and pound running team. So not having that, it's back to old Chargers ways of making Justin Herbert go out and win you games, which he's just him and Jordan Love, same scenario. They're not going to go win you games. I think the difference is though, Justin Herbert can make receivers look good. He can make, you're making a Rondé Gatson, you're making a Lad McConkey, you're making these guys actually.
Keenan Allen before that.
Yeah, Keenan Allen. I mean, Keenan Allen's, he was a star.
Yeah,
going back to Philip Rivers. But
that's what I'm saying though. Like we're talking about Jordan Love though, like making all these guys look kind of mid. We've seen receivers thrive with Justin Herbert. Gatson now, another big game. And so I think like I was thinking right now, like if I were to start a team right now, am I going Love or Herbert? And I think it's pretty easily Herbert, right?
Yeah, he's easily Herbert. Herbert's still making plays with his legs too. I mean, he's just underrated at keeping plays alive and
good athlete.
He's a really good athlete. No, I mean the Chargers are fine if they could somehow get healthy, but there's just a lot of guys just done for the season, which is tough.
Right. That's the thing. Like a lot of these guys just aren't coming back. Like a lot of guys just done for the year. Najee's done. I haven't heard anything about Amari Hampton. Like I've heard nothing.
No, I mean I think there was a December return was talked about early on, but I mean we'll see. Again, leaning on a rookie to bring it home for you. So I don't know. I mean the Chargers could definitely be a one and done playoff team, but I mean look, they're 6-3. The Titans, we can definitively say like they should have traded the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
That should have been 100% trade. We were talking about this before the draft. Trade this pick. There is no home run hit at quarterback. You can definitely get, a first for next year. You're going to be able to even get you might get the 3rd pick. I think, a team like Jacksonville, they showed they would have moved up. They probably would, another team like them might have moved up. The Giants might have moved up on this pick. So they should have traded it. Cam Ward is just straight ass. Like he's not it. He's not going to be it. Like I think we could see this from a mile away. He's not far off from Malik Willis.
No, he's not very good. And we haven't seen him progress at all. Like I knew he was going to come in and have like some decent floor as far as like look like maybe a bad backup right away, which is pretty good for a rookie stepping in right away. But I didn't know how much he was going to progress from there. He's played a ton of football. He's played a ton of football. He played college forever. And so he's going to come in. He's going to basically know what he's doing. But I think going from there, we haven't seen him get better at all. And they put money in this offensive line. They have decent weapons, not great weapons, rookie receivers and all that on the offensive side, Pollard and Spears in the backfield. But we would just expect more than this. I mean, look what Drake May did last year with much, much less in New England. I don't think Cam Ward's a guy. They should have traded that pick. Even looking at the Jags trade, the Jags trading up, the Browns snagged another 1st, snagged another 2nd, snagged another 4th, and still picked just a couple picks back. And got who they get? They got the defensive lineman, the Michigan guy, Mason Graham.
Yeah,
they grabbed Mason Graham. The Titans trade back, take I don't know Jackson Dart, get a first next year.
Yeah,
It's
you could have
just
taken Jackson Dart. You could have even you could have went anywhere. You could have just not. You could have just picked up,
yeah.
somebody in the offseason. You could
Feels
have
like they talked
potentially.
themselves into Cam Ward and kind of just locked it in, and there's just no need to lock that in. He's
It's
not
very,
that kind of dude.
very much, Anthony Richardson vibes. Like, I guess we need a quarterback. We should
Yeah,
take one.
I guess we'll take one.
We
Who's
should take
there?
a quarterback. Yeah, who's there? So no, they didn't
Bummer.
need that. Cam Ward's not the guy. So look, it's not a good win for the Chargers, but it's one of those like, hey, if we can,
Just
we
get through
can't
it.
lose this one. Just
Yeah.
get the win and move on to the next week. So
Patriots, Falcons. Patriots win this one 24-23. I hadn't realized this one gotten so close, but Patriots moved to 7-2. Falcons, the most the biggest mystery of a team in the NFL. Who knows what the Falcons are? I have no idea. They're so talented that at times it's the best defense in the league, and at times they're losing 30-0 to the Panthers. I don't know what the Falcons are. Patriots, though, you talk about consistency. I mean, they're starting to get pretty damn consistent. They're starting to look pretty good.
a couple things. Yeah, we'll start with the Patriots here. So Drake may have a couple, having a couple turnovers. It doesn't help. Like,
Yeah.
but again, it's that sloth.
Also sacked 6 times.
Yeah, he's there's definitely some plays where you can see the youth. I think with that QB class,
Yeah,
they've all got some. They're having some consistent games, and there's one game they're just like, what you look like a second year quarterback. No, but it's the Vrabel effect. He's coming here. He's taking over. He's a leader on that team, and look, you're proving that. You don't have to bring in the sexy young offensive coordinator to come run your show.
Nope.
You have a guy who's great, who can manage that defense. Look, the defense looks solid. They are consistent week in and week out.
Yeah.
Now I got to see them against a big test. They've played below 500 teams, a lot of below 500 teams on this streak here. I mean, you've got the win against the Bills. That's solid. Again, division opponent. Division wins are good, but I don't necessarily put them in there as like, you beat a division opponent, therefore you're solid. So I want to see them be a little bit more. I want to see them against a tougher out, but yeah, they're not losing these games. So kudos to the Pats. Pats 7-2 on top of the division, top 2 in the conference. So kudos to the Patriots.
Next couple games here. They play the Bucks next week. That's a good one. 6-2 for 7-2. But then they got a couple easy games here in the Bengals and the Jets and the Giants. But then December 14th against the Bills. I guess that'll be the next kind of big test. And we'll continue to see, are the Patriots for real? Are they really coming on as one of the AFC's better teams? Or are they just kind of feasting off an easy schedule? Patriots defense today, 3 turnovers, including a game-stealing interception. What you got?
Looking at that schedule, it might be a 12-win team.
They might be. I mean, predict the rest of it. There's 7-2 now. So Bucks.
We got 10 games left. We got the Bucks. That's a tough one. Toss up, but I mean, it might be a shootout, but I'm going with the Bucks in that game.
They should beat the Jets, Bengals, and Giants.
Yep.
Right. You got the Bills.
You're 10-3. You got the Bills. Say that Bills come back with a vengeance. Yeah. They're feeling in rhythm. I go with the Bills in that one.
You should beat the Ravens. And then
I don't know. I mean, Lamar's back. I'm giving the Ravens that one.
Okay. And then you finish off the season with the Jets and the Dolphins.
Jets, Dolphins, just a 12-win team.
They're gonna win a lot of games.
12-win team with that schedule.
That's why I realized their schedule's so easy.
Yeah, 12-win team.
Falcons also waste another huge Bijan Robinson day, 140 yards from scrimmage. Good luck, Falcons.
Is this the same Falcons team you would rather play over the
Okay, all right.
Over the Jets.
You're right.
There's no way you're taking Atlanta.
I own that one.
No, Atlanta got their ass.
They need to fire the coach.
Yeah, what is Raheem Morris doing? I mean,
they need to fire him.
The Dolphins just went in and just boat raced you.
Yep.
At home, and then you come in here and it was 24-23. New England started to get this would have been a game that the Patriots gave away because the Patriots in full control of this game.
Yep.
Start to finish. Michael Penix, he's not. He's fine. We'll see. We'll give him another. We'll give him a full year.
Yeah.
Give him another year. See what he can do.
Yeah.
But
Also, another guy who's played a lot of football, by the way.
Yeah, played a lot of football. Bijan balling out. Drake London cooked today. What, 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, he was nice.
9 catches, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. Huge game.
So,
Niners, Giants. Niners moved to 6-3 again with Mac Jones as quarterback. Giants at 2-7 now. It's pretty much gonna all downhill from here without Scatterboom, without, of course, Neighbors out. Don't really expect much from the Giants moving forward. There's a little window there where we thought, well, maybe, but I think that's pretty much over now. And let's start looking toward next year. You have a guy, you have a quarterback. Let's build around him. Let's not treat him like the Commanders treated Jaden Daniels. But let me talk 49ers here. Bro, they keep getting hurt. Fred Warner out. Nick Bosa out. Rookie Mykel Williams out for the season now.
Yeah.
Despite all that, 6-3. They're still in the NFC mix. Christian McCaffrey, monster game, second player in the past decade to have, what is this? More than 500 yards rushing, more than 500 yards receiving through the first 9 games. He's putting up crazy numbers. Today, he passed Marshall Faulk for the most career games with at least 1 rushing touchdown, 1 receiving touchdown. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's quietly somehow, no one's really talking about him. Everyone's talking about what Daniel Jones is doing, what Jonathan Taylor's doing. Yeah, with what Bijan Robinson's doing. And here's Christian McCaffrey just breaking Marshall Faulk records. Props to the Niners, man. They're kind of being ignored. They're being slept on.
Yeah. And you know what? I think the Niners need it. They need it that way. They want it that way. They need it that way.
Yeah.
This division is solid. They are the complete opposite of what the NFC North is. Like, I mean, Seattle beating the brakes off of the Commanders. They're looking good. The Rams are solid. The Niners are solid. Like, this is a solid division. Look, I think I said this a few weeks ago. If the Niners make the playoffs, Christian McCaffrey should be the MVP. I don't care what, Jonathan Taylor is going to put up some big numbers. I don't care what what Dak's doing. He is the only weapon on this team.
Yep.
And he's like, when you got a guy who's just single-handedly winning you games, like, this is the total team sport, and he's doing it by himself. He's the MVP.
They've been without Ayuk, still hasn't played. They've been without Pearsall. They've been without Kittle. They've been without, linemen, without their freaking starting quarterback.
Yeah.
So, I agree with you completely. If we're going to throw Jonathan Taylor in there and pound the table for that, then you have to do it for CMC as well, because he's as important to his team as anyone else in the NFL. Let's move forward here. The Colts finally went down to the Steelers, 27-20. Pittsburgh forced 6 turnovers after getting completely boat raced last week, looking awful, especially in that secondary. They gave hell to Daniel Jones and that Colts offense. 6 turnovers, that's 4 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, and kind of just took the game over like that. That pass rush was unbelievable against a really good Colts offensive line. I mean, it's always interesting when this happens, right? You have the Colts on a heater to start the season. The one loss they have is that weird game to the Rams, so they're very close to being undefeated going into this one. And then here come the Steelers, who people are unsure of in the other way, and they beat the Colts. How do you reconcile this in like a rankings forum? Asking for a friend.
Yeah. This is a weird game, because everything inside of you as an NFL fan wants you to go, is this the Daniel Jones we all know? No.
Don't do it.
Is like, we've seen this guy before. Is he coming back? Is he rearing his ugly head? You know what I mean? Is the makeup washing off Daniel Jones? Is he coming back? Are we going to see Anthony Richardson at some point this year? Like, what is that?
Stop it.
No, we're not going to see his ass is done. But
he broke his face or whatever with a strap.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't he break his face?
His eye.
Yeah.
His eye. No.
Dude got hurt in pregame warmups.
No, but the Steelers. This was about the Steelers' defense.
Yeah.
And, Aaron Rodgers looked a little off to start the game, but he put it together. Jalen Warren, cashing in a couple touchdowns. I'm gonna say this is just a tough game, and it happens to every team. You're probably
Yeah.
gonna have 2 games throughout the season. If you're a solid contending team, you probably have a couple games in the season where you're just gonna drop, and the other team just outplayed you. And I think this came down to Steelers outplayed the Colts this game. I couldn't point out anything where it was like, oh, somebody exposed the Colts.
Right. Yeah, I think it's just any given Sunday type stuff here. I mean, no one's going to win with 4 interceptions and 2 fumbles, like 6 turnovers. You're not going to win. Like, you're going to lose most football games at it when that's how a defense is playing. And so, I don't think we learned much about either team here. I think the Steelers can sneak up on the team. They have some vets on that defense who get some stuff done. They're a talented defense. Sometimes they've looked out of sorts and have been run up on. And I think the Colts are still for real. I think the Colts are still fine. Here they are, 8-2 now. I think they're fine, or 7-2.
7-2.
I'm not very much different. I would need to see both of these teams perform this way a couple weeks in a row for me to change my opinion on both of them.
Yeah.
Let's move over to the next game because this is what I want to talk about right here. Broncos and Texans. Broncos 18-15. They beat the Texans. Pull this one out. Move to 7-2 now. That are the Denver Broncos. 3-5 for the Texans. I was watching this game and I was honestly super excited to watch this game because just getting it started. The two defense going at it. Even though the Broncos were without Surtain, the defenses are going at it. The quarterbacks are talented and yet young and kind of looking to kind of prove themselves. There's some talent on both offenses as well. And then the brutal cheap shot from one of the Broncos players absolutely slams CJ Stroud into the turf.
He rocked his ass.
Yeah, he did. And it was a legal hit. I mean,
legal.
I don't even think they threw a flag, right? Or they picked it up.
They picked up the flag.
Yeah, so it wasn't a dirty hit, but it was it was very physical. I think there's a couple of players that went out today with concussions.
Yeah,
a very physical game for both these guys. But the Broncos pull away with this one. In classic Broncos fashion, they kind of just did enough late to win. Davis Mills went in, played most of the game for the Texans. Denver now 6-3, and they're thriving in these close games. 4-0 and 1-score games this year.
Yeah.
Bo Nix getting pretty used to throwing 35 plus times. I mean, listen, fraud is the word that comes to mind. But when I say fraud, I think that's a trigger word for a lot of people. What I mean when I say fraud is that when I see 7-2 and I think of the Broncos, there's just a disconnect for me. They're not one of those teams, because at 7-2, you're thinking, okay, this is one of the best teams in the NFL. Like, this is one of the juggernaut teams in the NFL, one of the Super Bowl favorites in the NFL. And that's not the Broncos, man. Here they are with eking out a 3-point win over Davis Mills and the Texans. If CJ Stroud plays in this game, they're probably going to lose.
It'll be the same outcome.
They're probably going to lose. Davis Mills couldn't do anything.
Davis Mills was doing just the same thing as CJ Stroud was doing. The Texans benefited from being in great field position damn near every drive. Near every drive started at like the 50-yard line or their 40. So they got in good field position. Look, I mean, they went down. They missed the Houston missed a field goal. They got the ball back. They went for it on fourth. CJ Stroud fumbles the snap, but they call it dead on a false start, which helps the Texans because that would have ended that drive too. I think it would have been the same thing. This Texans offense is this Texans offense. Look, they're not. This is what they did against the Niners. They did against Seattle. This is what they do in all of their games. Their offense is very mediocre. I think against that defense, like if you had Surtain in that, then if we had our guy playing too, I think we would have shut down that offense. But look, fraud. Not only is a trigger word, it's just not the word to use with this team. When you are a team pushing for a championship, you got to win some of these games. You got to have some just knockdown,
drag out championship team, man. Come on,
physical games, and you come out and win them. Look, we're saying fraud because the Broncos have wins against quality teams. And are they eking
Okay,
them
well, I
out?
want you to talk to me about that. Who are their quality wins?
Philadelphia is a quality win.
There's one.
Houston's a quality win.
Houston without Davis, without CJ Stroud is not a quality win. No.
No, it's a quality.
The 3-5 Texans without their starting quarterback is not a quality win. No.
Against this defense, you've got some quality
Stop
wins.
it.
You got some quality wins. Look, when we've got a tough.
You've named 1.5.
We've got quality wins. You pull them out, and then you beat up Dallas. You beat up Dallas by 30 points.
Dallas sucks. Dallas isn't good.
Stop. We're talking about. We just said this a couple weeks ago. Dallas's offense is unbelievable. We shut down that offense. We dropped.
Dallas is the Bengals. It's the Bengals. It's the Bengals of the NFC.
They're not the Bengals of the NFC. We're talking about Dallas's.
That's crazy, bro.
Dallas is coming up here. So, look. I mean, these are the games you got to come out.
You're proving my point.
What do you mean?
I mean, your quality wins are the Eagles, which is a quality win.
Eagles.
The Texans without their starting quarterback. The Texans, who are already 3-5, haven't sniffed 500 all year long. Without their starting quarterback, you beat them. That's one of your quality wins. And the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, one of your quality wins.
Dallas Cowboys is a quality win.
That's why.
And look, everybody, we're saying frauds because we're hoping that this team loses. Because look, I'll give it to you.
No,
they don't play consistent football through.
No,
really
the offense.
The offense doesn't play consistent.
No.
The defense is solid. The defense is nasty. We're top two in the NFL. And so, look, this defense is going to carry us through a lot of games. We're letting Bo Nix figure it out. I think Sean Payton needs to just get rid of this screen BS that he keeps running out all the time.
Yeah,
we got to ditch that. Like, they threw up a graphic like we're number one in the NFL in screens. Oh, good job. Like, how many touchdowns are we scoring off of this? What this isn't doing anything. Get rid of that. Look, these are the games that you got to win. You don't play well on offense, and you come out and win the game. Like, I want to see.
I have zero confidence that this team is going to do any more than it did last year. When they make the playoffs, they go into somewhere like Buffalo, and they get boat race because it's not for real.
Well,
it's not for real.
This team isn't going. This team is hosting a playoff game.
Okay.
First of all.
Okay.
So we're
let's see who they would host here. If they were to host a playoff team right now, if they were to host a playoff game right now, they'd be the 3 seed. So they'd be hosting what, a wild card?
Buffalo, I believe.
So they're hosting what, KC?
KC.
They're hosting KC right now. You think they're being KC?
We're hosting KC. We'll see in 2 weeks. We're hosting KC in 2 weeks. Yeah. This is gonna be a good game. Look, that's the test. That's our big test.
AFC is rough. I hadn't noticed this. AFC is awful. Yeah, never mind. You might win a playoff game.
No, I mean, look, we got
right now. You got the Chargers, Jaguars, and Texans making the playoffs. So yeah, you might win a playoff game.
Yeah,
but you're not. Don't start talking to me about championship roster and we're making a championship. No, you're not. No, you're not.
This is what you need to do to be a championship team. You got to come out and you got to win these games.
You got to progress. Where's the progression? It's the same team.
What do you mean? What's the progression?
It's the same team. Defense, I guess, is a little better. I think it's a little more talented. I think the Hufanga.
This defense will shut down any. But this defense shut down that Cowboys offense. This Cowboys offense was just crushing. And they shut them down. They shut down they shut down Philly.
They shut down Philly for one quarter. They're down by quite a bit.
They shut down.
They're down by quite a bit before that. But yes,
no, I mean they were down.
They clamped down the fourth quarter.
They were down 18 points.
3 scores. I mean,
no,
almost 2.5. I mean, I guess we'll see. I need to see them. I need to see them look good against a good team. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen them look good against a good team.
You haven't seen them look good for 4 quarters.
Even 2 quarters. Haven't seen it. A good team. I'm not talking about the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not talking about the Davis Mills Texans. And they didn't look good for 4 quarters against the Eagles. I need to see them look good and dominate at least one team, at least one game for 4 quarters. Just one time. Please.
I mean, look, if we come out and we play Kansas City, look sloppy through 3 quarters, and then come out and still win the game, I mean, what does that do for you?
Props.
Nothing.
Props. No, I think I'd be impressed by that. Chiefs are legit. But it's just, I mean, I don't know. I'm just, I get the record is impressive. 7-2 is awesome. But there's just a disconnect between 7-2 and what the Broncos actually are. and people get all up in their panties all up in a bunch because in a top 10 ranking they're not near the front. It's not a playoff seeding ranking. It's a power ranking. It's how good are each of these teams, and just I don't care if your record's 7-2.
I think
I haven't seen it.
The defense alone should put Denver in the top 5.
Stop it.
You should put them in the top 5 when the fact that they are a weapon. They can keep these offenses at bay. I mean, you're leading the sacks. You're about to break the sack record. You got to put them in the top 5 just based off of the defense. It's knowing that Bo Nix can play mediocre football, and they're still going to come away with. They'll still find a way for him to get to the fourth quarter and make clutch plays. Look, Bo Nix has that clutch gene. He comes in the clutch in the fourth quarters.
You're such a homer right now, man.
But Bo Nix has 8 touchdowns in the fourth quarter in the last 3 games.
I'm bringing up this the top 10. You said top 5, so that means you gotta. You think they're better than the Patriots?
Yes.
No, they're not. Are they better than the Packers?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Are they better than the Bucks? The Bucks are beat up. They're better than the Bucks right now. Are they better than the Seahawks?
Yes.
I don't know if they're better than the Seahawks. I got to see that one. Are they better than the Bills and the Rams?
I gave you the Bills. I gave you the Rams.
That's the top 5. Bills, Rams, Chiefs, and that's top 6. Bills, Rams, Chiefs, Eagles, Lions, Colts. Tell me who they're better than.
They beat Philly. They're better than Philly.
They're not better than Philly. Stop it. They're not best.
I want to run that. I want to run that matchup so bad.
Unbelievable.
Their defense is nasty.
Not better than
your
Philly,
defense
bro.
is nasty. Your eyes. Everybody's eyes are focused on the offense. The offense. If the offense can just be above average, you don't have to be lights out. They don't have to be great. Just be above average. Get you 20, 21 a game.
You're about to get your heart broken. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you right now. You're about to get your heart broken again. Let's move on. Jags Raiders. This one went to overtime. Just the overtime game. None of us needed. Jacksonville. Jacksonville win this one, but man, tell you about a team I'm out on. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jeez. It's just not there. Offensively, it's not happening. Trevor Lawrence is just wasting away this offense. I think they're decently talented. I think that De'Ami Brown pick up in the offseason, paying him $10 million was stupid. I think some of the moves they made on defense are not working. They're wasting great seasons by Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines-Allen. They beat the Raiders today in overtime. Raiders are terrible. Both of these teams. No, thank you. No, thank you.
The best thing to come out of this is Cam Little.
Yeah.
68-yarder.
New NFL record.
Which, I mean, we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Someone was going to kick a bomb based on these field goal rules or these kicking rules. So
and then welcome to 2025, Brock Bowers, 125 yards, 3 touchdowns. He finally showing up. There's hasn't been a tight end line like that since 2014. So Raiders have that at least. They're gonna be sellers here in a week.
I had no idea that you're talking about. Okay, Pete Carroll is coming into town, and this team would look significantly worse. Than a year ago. Yeah. You told me Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. Okay, Geno Smith, he's been a model of like right. mid, but he's better than whatever the Raiders have always had under center for the last 10 years.
Right. Aiden O'Connell,
Minshew, Derek Carr,
Garoppolo, yeah.
Garoppolo, who was the other quarter? Desmond Ritter, just
Desmond Ritter. I forgot about that.
Bunch of mid Mariota playing for a little bit. It just whatever they had. We feel like Geno Smith's a little bit better, and they're just garbage, just awful of an organization. I have no idea what to make with them.
This is why you don't pick Ashton Jeanty top 10 when you need so many other things than a running back. It's so many smart people there. To make that pick there is just unbelievable. I don't understand how that can happen. But let's move on. I've talked enough about the Jaguars and Raiders.
Yeah,
Rams and Saints. Rams dominate here as they're supposed to. Matthew Stafford continues his MVP season as he's been. Puka Nacua came back, caught a bunch of touchdowns, got hurt again. So pretty much on par for Puka Nacua.
That's a Puka game.
Rams dominate. Quick thing here for the Rams, though. This kicker thing is becoming a problem. Another missed field goal, another missed extra point. At some point, it's going to hurt them in a close game, but this was not it. Rams dominate.
Yeah. It's going to come back to haunt them, I think, in big games. We'll see. Matt Stafford, he is making a case for, MVP.
Good, man.
He looks great. Devontae Adams is, you can make a case for him for comeback player of the year. I mean, he looks great. Just come back from the Jets, because the Jets
not many do.
Jets or the Raiders. He wasn't even hurt. He played for the Jets and the Raiders. This is that is your comeback. But no,
let me read to you. Matthew Stafford on the year, 7th in yards at 2,100, just over, tied for first in touchdowns at 21, and just 2 interceptions. That's all the way down below the bottom. 36th in the league with those 2 interceptions. Having a monster year, man, monster.
Yeah, on pace for over 40 touchdowns is.
And if you remember, he was supposed to be done because his back was messed up and he was getting epidurals and all that nonsense. Nope, just fine.
Yeah, no. Rams are solid. Saints, we're done with them.
See you next year. I want to get your take on this one here. Bills, Chiefs. Bills beat this one. I know AJ, I talked to him about this game last night, and he picked the Bills just because a game like this during the regular season is going to mean much more to the Bills. It looked like it. They dominated 20-21. It's close, but I don't feel like it was even that close. Josh Allen, 88% completion percentage, best in Bills history. 100 yards for James Cook. Mahomes, constant pressure. Listen, we know how to beat Mahomes. You got to rush. You got to the rush has to get there with 4 or 5. You got to be able to pressure him without blitzing, and that's how you beat him every single time.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can do that, I mean, we saw it with Philly in the Super Bowl. If you can get to him with 4 or 5, it's over. So that's the blueprint to beat Kansas City. I was saying this about Kansas City going into this game and throughout the season. Everybody's super high on. Oh, we're high on the Chiefs again. Or they kick the shit out of the Raiders, or they kick the crap out of the whoever mid team. We need to see them against a solid team like the Bills. I mean, I think the Bills took it to them. But again, we do see this in the regular season often. The Bills come in, they beat the Chiefs, and then here we go with the playoffs. So
right.
It was one of those that's like, good job, Buffalo. You beat Kansas City in the regular season. But we're all
it'll end up being is when they play each other eventually in the playoffs, it'll be a quick footnote on who won the first time they played each other. And that'll be it. And that's all that'll matter.
That's it. This game, I don't think this game does much for either team. I think it gives the Bills are who we think they are. They're going to be a contender, and the Chiefs they're still a question mark.
There's just a one game over 500, 5-4
on what they are. So no, it's a good win. It's a good win for the good win for Denver. Separates them in the division, but. No, I mean we'll see. This was a solid win.
Last one here is a Sunday night game. Seahawks beat the Commanders 38-14. Seahawks moved to 6-2. Sam Darnold, big day, 334 touchdowns. Jackson Smith-Njigba continues his tear, 8 catches, 129 yards. Nightmare game for the Commanders. Absolute nightmare for the Commanders. Dropped now to 3-6, and with Jaden Daniels suffering that what is almost for sure a season-ending injury. Season's over.
Yeah.
Season's over, and it never really felt like it got going. It felt like we never saw this version of the Commanders, what they could be. The weird holdout, I think, was like the final straw of a terrible offseason with Terry McLaurin and injuries right off the bat. Now Jaden Daniels goes down. For some reason, he's in the fourth quarter while they're down 31-7.
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels is still in the game. Your franchise quarterback gets knocked out, and now season's done. See you next year.
Done. This was in like I know, I don't know if it was his mom or wife or whoever. I know girlfriend. No, it was his mom. It was mom. Didn't like the RG3 comparisons. We said this 2 years ago. I was like, this is RG3 2.0. Hopefully the injuries aren't the same, but here we go. It's the same thing. It was a testament of what they did wrong with RG3. Your O-line, your O-line isn't there protecting him. You have this you have a small, frail quarterback who you're trying to get to run the ball
A
and
lot.
do a lot. Like he just shouldn't be doing that. Like you
Yeah.
can't. Like he's not built for that at the minute, and that's not like his his style. Like again, Lamar's a little had a slender frame, but like that's his thing. That's what he does. So
Yeah.
you feel bad for Jaden Daniels, but they got to go. Whoever. I mean, that's what you get. This is what happens when you have basketball guys trying to run a football team. So no, you gotta. They're done. I don't know. Like you surround a young quarterback with a geriatric team. You just can't. I mean, what are we doing? It's Von Miller, it's Bobby Wagner, it's Zach Ertz, it's Debo Samuels. It's an old roster.
Yeah.
Surrounding a young quarterback. I don't know what they were doing. It was one of those like, hey, I don't know why they didn't say we got lucky in his rookie season. They were just like, this is the formula.
Right.
I guess. And it was just more of like, hey, you got lucky. You have a star on your hands. We need to get younger. And I think it's too little too late.
Yeah, I called the Texans as frauds after their CJ Stroud rookie year. I called the Commanders as frauds toward the end of last year. Might scare you a little about the Broncos this year, but I think just it's Jaden Daniels is for real. And so when I say frauds, I'm not talking about the quarterback, but just the way this team was built in the offseason. I'm not going to belabor it. You already said everything I wanted to say with the old players and whatnot, and just not getting – he was at tonight dropping back and looking at Treylon Burks, Jalen Lane, and Debo Samuel, and Zach Ertz. Like that's what he was looking at today.
Yeah.
And then he was just tucking it and running it. Like straight up design sweeps for Jaden Daniels between the tackles.
Yeah.
It was just they weren't protecting him against himself. They were protecting him with play calling. It was almost inevitable. He was going to get hurt this year.
Yeah.
Because he was just going to have to do this. In the fourth quarter, down 3 scores or whatever, he's tucking it and running it. And dislocating his elbow when he shouldn't have been anywhere near the game. Down that late. It was just Dan Quinn. He might have taken him as far as they could. He did a good job changing the culture and all that, and it was a real feel-good thing after last year. But I haven't seen any progression. That's the word. No progression here. Cliff Kingsbury, where's the creativity of this offense? Where is it? Where's this wizard that we saw? You probably should have taken a head coaching job last year, buddy, because you're not getting any this year.
Yeah, you're not getting anything. Dan Quinn, go ahead and turn your hat forward and let that one take you out the door. It just look, we all question this hire to begin with, you know, and look, there's a reason Ben Johnson turned down this job because you got to look at this front office. Their direction is just not there. So
now they're signed. They have an old, now hurt Terry McLaurin under contract. Debo Samuel, I think, is going to be under contract next year as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ertz signed a multi-year deal. Like, I don't know if this changes next year.
Yeah. You're going to have more of the same, and you're going to have Mariota closing out the season. And I don't know. Do you try to get another quarterback? Do you get a younger quarterback? We were talking about this with the Dolphins. Like, why didn't they go and bring in another quarterback to play behind Tua, who could be ready to go? So I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
If you're going to play Jaden Daniels like that, you better have a good backup because he will miss games.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Seattle, on the other hand,
I'm in, man. 4-0 on the road, 6-2, great defense all over the place. I mean, I love the Seahawks.
Does Minnesota look at this and go, what the hell were we thinking?
Dude. Minnesota, do they look at the Colts and say that with Daniel Jones over there?
Yes.
With Sam Darnold here? I mean, Jason McCarthy looked great today, but these two guys look incredible.
To have both of those quarterbacks be 13-4 combined record, like, and it's in Sam Darnold 16 for 16, 262 and 4 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah.
In the first half.
Yeah, he tied the record for most completions to start a game. To just like that's how he started this game. I mean, I mean, he's looks really, really good. It's a good fit there. He's answered any questions. I think we still got to see him doing the playoffs. That's kind of the last question for him. But this is another Baker Mayfield story. I mean, we're seeing one of these guys or two of these guys every single year. These former first or high draft value quarterbacks going to a good situation under good coaching and looking good again. I think the one we're going to see next year, I'm going to call it right now, Mac Jones is going to go somewhere and he's going to be a good quarterback. I'm telling you right now, he looked good with the Jaguars. He's looked pretty good with the Niners. I think he goes somewhere next year and is the next one to fall in line with these guys.
Yeah, I think the team is Pittsburgh.
Could be. He'd be a great fit for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think
pasty white guy, perfect.
Yeah, I think that's the team.
Oh man, all right, that's week number 9. Tomorrow night we do have trying to pull up that game real quick. Cardinals, Cowboys. Your Cowboys. Right, really good quality team there.
Quality team.
3-4-1 quality team there. 3-4-1.
Tied with Packers.
They tied the Packers. Yeah, they're gonna play the Cardinals, who honestly are probably about the same. I don't know. Brissett's gonna start again here, and it's not good. I'm just hoping for a good game.
How did the Cardinals get a primetime game?
I don't know. Cardinals are in trouble, man. Mac Jones didn't go to the Cardinals.
No, his career will die there too.
It probably will.
Yeah.
It probably will. Yeah, I'm picking Cowboys in that one. I think they're gonna just score a bunch of points, and
I like the Cowboys.
Brissett can't keep up, and that's how it's gonna go. But that'll be it. Teams on bye this week: my Eagles, the Bucks, the Jets, and Browns. And then we're off into the second half of the season next week.
It's crazy. Trade deadline coming up here. There's gonna be a lot of players moving. We're talking about is Jalen Waddle, is he moving? The Titans moving off some.
Yeah, Dolphins seem like they're about to open up shop for everything.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a lot of
guys
fun.
moving, and Njoku maybe moving. Some guys on the move. So
will Hendrickson move?
T. Higgins, is he gonna move?
Higgins.
What's gonna happen with some
Joe
of these
Flacco?
players?
Maybe Joe Flacco's on the
Brian
move.
Thomas, is he going somewhere?
Yeah, maybe Brian Thomas. Oh
I
man,
know.
As a fantasy owner, I would love that.
Yeah, I mean we'll see. Breece Hall, is he gonna move? I don't know.
It's gonna be a fun week. Trade deadline is what, the 1st or the 4th?
Yeah,
tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
No, Tuesday.
Tuesday. I'll be live for that on all platforms just to be updating stuff. I'm sure if the guys are available, they'll hop on periodically. But it should be a good time. Should be a really fun week. I think it's gonna be a good deadline. We already saw a couple moves. Terrell, that's all I got. Thanks for joining us here for a recap of week number 9. We'll be back again on Tuesday with a in the fantasy section of this whole deal we got here on the Bench podcast, doing studs and duds, also waiver wires as the fantasy playoffs are right around the corner. Other than that, top 10 on Wednesday, and then game picks for week number 10 on Thursday or Friday. We will see you then. Later.
Peace.